Hi guys, welcome to Fairy HQ. My name is Chevelle and I work here for the Irish Fairy Door Company. Today I'm going to teach you how to make something so cool. And if you have a fairy living at home with you, they will so appreciate having something like this. Today we're going to learn how to make a fairy suitcase. So fairies, like us humans, love to go away on holidays. Sometimes they go abroad, but sometimes they like to just visit a fairy friend nearby. Like us humans, they need to bring a suitcase and have some belongings in it. So what I might do is I'll show you exactly what we are going to use to make our fairy suitcases today. An empty matchstick box, a paper clip. I chose a pink one because I love pink. 2 buttons. I chose ones with some polka dot effect. If you have any stickers at home, it's really good to have some stickers so you can decorate your fairy suitcase. I got these ones with unicorns on them and ones that say, I believe in magic, because when you work in Fairy HQ, you have to believe in magic. Some brown paint. We're going to paint our fairy suitcases, but to be honest, you can use any colour paint you want. I just chose brown to make it look very vintagey. You're going to need some glue. So here I have some Pritt Stick, but you can use any craft glue that you have at home as well. Some sticky tape. As well, you might need some fairy belongings to put in your suitcase. Like for example, you might need some stuff. Oh! Fauna! Boys and girls, it's Fauna, hey! What's this you have? Okay, Fauna seems to have brought us a fairy washing line. Oh, Fauna, it's all tangled. Were you chewing on that? I think she was. Okay, so Fauna has brought us a fairy washing line. Now, I'm a bit concerned, Fauna. Who do these clothes belong to? Oh my goodness, these fairy clothes belong to Fairy Freddy, who lives here in Fairy HQ. But I don't think Fairy Freddy will mind too much because he loves his fashion and he has a lot of clothes. So thanks, Fauna. We'll see you again soon. I love when Fauna drops by. She always drops by at the perfect time. Okay, great. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to need is an empty matchstick box. If your matchstick box has matchsticks still inside, make sure you give them over to a grown-up first, okay? So you take out the inside, slide it out like so, and then grab your paint, whatever colour you've chosen to use. And you're going to open that up. It might be a good idea to have like some kind of cloth or paper or something down your table before you start, because things like this can get a little messy. Grab your paintbrush. And this is the really fun part, I love this. So just start painting your matchstick box and make sure you just cover the whole lot. And try not to get too messy. So now that I've covered most of my fairy suitcase, I have to leave it to one side to let it dry before we can work on it any further. Now earlier today, I was thinking ahead and I painted a fairy suitcase already, so I have one, as they say, that I made earlier, and it's all dry. So this is what your fairy suitcase should look like by the time you're done. You might have a pink one, you might have a blue one, you might have a yellow one, but mine is brown. All right, next step. Grab one of your paper clips. I've chosen a pink one, and we're going to open up the paper clip. Now again, you might need a hand from like an older person, because sometimes this can get a bit tricky. But if you open it up and straighten out one end of your paper clip, like so. So it'll look like that, and the top of your paper clip will still be curved. This is going to be the handle that your fairy is going to use to pull their suitcase along, or as well, if they're flying along, they might grab it by the handle as well. So open up your fairy suitcase once it's all dry, pop your little paper clip handle in there, and we have to grab some sellotape just to secure it to make sure it doesn't move, because the last thing you want is your fairy to be flying along and then their handle break off. So grab some sellotape, and I'm going to pop it just on the inside of your suitcase. This part again can be a little tricky, so you might need some patience. Once you've secured your fairy suitcase handle with some sellotape, it'll look like that. Now, once you have that bit done, you get to pick what your fairy suitcase wheels are going to be like. I couldn't resist but pick a polka dot theme for my buttons. So we're going to grab our glue, and you're also going to grab your 2 buttons that you've chosen. I'm going to open the Pritt Stick, roll it out, and just pop some on one side of the button. It might be a good idea as well on your suitcase to put some glue on it as well, just to make sure that they stick. And now you're going to do the same on the other side of your suitcase. So put on your little bit of glue and stick it on. Now, the wheels are secure. This is what the fairy suitcase looks like. Next step is one of my favorite parts now, because you get to bling out your fairy suitcase. So you can grab stickers, glitter, different color paper that you have. You can use anything. So I just love stickers, so I had to pick some of these, right? So I showed them earlier my I Believe in Magic stickers and my unicorns, and I also have some crowns as well as a little dedication to Queen Kate in Fairy Valley. So I'm just gonna go ahead and decorate my fairy suitcase to make it look really nice. Oh, I don't want to use the really nice ones on Fairy Clodagh. She gave me these stickers to use. Okay. I also have the most adorable stickers that are like little socks, so I thought these would be very appropriate. Because I work in Fairy HQ every day, a lot of boys and girls get in touch and they ask, can their fairy come with them on their holidays? And your fairy would absolutely love that. If you're going away on holidays and you'd like to bring your fairy with you, what you should do is you should leave their little suitcase outside their fairy door the night before you go away, just to give your fairy a chance to pack, obviously, so they can get organised. And then make sure to leave a note out for your fairy as well, just to let them know about what's happening the next day and where you're going to be going. And then what a lot of boys and girls like to do is they like to put their fairy door either in a lunch box or in some kind of box, and that means that they can make their fairy door portable and they can bring it away on holidays with them. And this is where your fairy suitcase comes in handy. Don't forget about the back of your suitcase as well. I'm going to put a rainbow back there with another little crown. There we go. Voila! My fairy suitcase is complete, I think. So now that my fairy suitcase is all decorated and it's looking very swanky, if I do say so myself, we have to pack the fairy suitcase. And if you remember, Fauna the unicorn dropped by earlier with Fairy Freddy's clothes. So I'll just grab them from our washing line. So he has his waistcoat. The little tiny waistcoat fits in perfectly in our suitcase. We have his jeans, like so. And we have his little red jumper. There we go. So everything fits in nice and snug in your fairy suitcase. A matchstick box just happens to be the perfect size. And that, boys and girls, once you've slid in the last piece to your matchstick box, is your completed fairy suitcase. Ta-da! I'm very proud of that. So I hope you enjoy making that for your fairy. They will just absolutely love it, because as we all know, anything that is made by their human, all fairies absolutely adore and they treasure it forever. So wherever you go this year on your holidays, I hope you have the best time ever, and I wish the same for your fairies as well. Tune in next time and we'll be back again soon with a new Make and Do video.